if you're a grappler, I'm going to go over why we need strong legs for jiu-jitsu. I think building strong legs is super overlooked and it's a little misunderstood at times. So I'm gonna go over all the reasons why having strong, muscular legs is going to help you get hurt less, improve your performance, and increase your ability to recover faster on the mats. If you're looking for specific help with your BJJ strength and condition, you can go in the descriptions. I'll put a link for my one-on-one coaching program, and you can sign up there if you're interested. I also have a free BJJ conditioning course. Oftentimes, if you're someone who wants to get strong for jiu-jitsu, you probably want to improve your gas tank too. So I have a free course that teaches you everything you need to know to improve your BJJ gas tank. So the first topic I want to discuss is knee injuries. I think knee injury, I say, is the #1 injury we get from jiu-jitsu, especially. So it makes sense that we really want to try to bulletproof our knees. So when I say bulletproof, I don't mean you can't get injured, but we really want to do everything we can to really strengthen the structure of your knee and the muscles, ligaments, bones around your knee, so injuries are harder, or if they do happen, they're not as severe and you can come back faster. So that's probably the #1 reason, is that we really want to fortify a whole knee, right? And by strength training, we can improve the muscles around it, we can strengthen the ligaments, the tendons, and the bones. We want to be a more explosive grappler if we want to have quicker, more explosive takedowns, if you want to be more explosive, stronger, faster, more agile, and these scrambles. And when you think about scrambles, it's technique too, but it's also your strength and your condition. If you can come on top most scrambles, you're probably gonna win that match. And the foundation of being explosive is strong legs. And you can do power exercises until you're blue in the eyes, but if you don't have any strength, you're never going to really be that explosive or that powerful. So by building strong legs, that's going to give us high potentials to be more explosive. Now, obviously, we have to train our legs and train power. Having stronger legs is going to enhance your guard passing game. If you're a quick and speedy passer, if you're a pressure passer, all that really comes from your legs. Your ability to finish passes is going to have a lot to do with your strength, and basically is the strength and condition of your legs. So it just makes sense to build strong legs on the mat with different exercise variations. Now, if you're a guard player, just think about like a lot of the sweeps that we get and we need, like strong legs is going to help with that. So if that's more like an open guard game, if you have strong legs, it's easier to push the guy back. It's easier to stretch the guy out. If you're more like a butterfly person, it's easier to elevate the person with your legs when you have stronger legs. The next thing is dominate your armbar and triangle game. This is something that I talk about all the time, because one of the things that really changed my armbar game is like when I really got good at biting down especially across the face. When you have a strong bite, a strong squeeze, it's easier to finish more submissions, and it's much harder for your training partner to escape your arm bars and your triangles. Now, some people will say bigger legs will stop you from getting triangles, but I think that's bullshit, because you have so many different body types doing triangles. Guys with short legs, big legs, and usually if you have big legs and you can't triangle someone, it's more a technique issue. It's not because your legs are so big. Now that I kind of explain why having strong legs is so important, I'm going to go over a few exercise variations that I like. And this isn't an exhaustive list. But when it comes to lower body exercises, there's 3 main movements I think you should do, like squat pattern. So that's anything where you bend at the knees and hips fully. You should do a hinge pattern. So that's like your RDLs, your deadlifts, your back extensions. And then you should do some single leg variations, because a lot of the stuff that you're going to do on the mat is going to be single leg. So if you're shooting for a takedown, or usually even if like all guard games, you're using one leg and not using both legs at once. So getting your legs strong independently can be a huge help. So we're gonna do a lot of squat variations. So some squats I like is like a back squat, front squat, but I really like the Zercher squat because a lot of jiu-jitsu guys have bad shoulders, and this doesn't take any shoulder mobility. It's not gonna put pressure on your shoulder and neck. It's going to just go on your elbows, and although it's comfortable, eventually you get used to it. So what we're gonna do is just put this in the elbows, and we just stay tight and we just squat. Another great variation is our hip hinge. So we can do a regular deadlift. We can do sumo deadlifts. We can do RDL variations. For single leg variations, I like things like reverse lunges are great. One of my favorites is elevated split squats. This is good too, because it's gonna build really strong legs, but at the same time, we're gonna work on some hip mobility. So those are the main patterns I really like to strengthen the legs. Once you get that done, if you have time, you can always hit some more isolation stuff. So those things would be like leg curls, leg extensions. If you have a lot of injuries, so say you have your knees messed up, you have a bad back, some of these free weight exercises may not be the best option. So one of the things that you can actually do is just start using machines. Do the same movement, but do it on machine. So sometimes if your back's really tight, what you could do, or your back hurts, you could always do leg presses. That could be sometimes a little easier on the back. Or like say your back's really messed up for a week, but you still want to train your legs, you can always switch to like leg extensions until your back's feeling better. Same thing with like knees. If your knees are in kind of rough shape, just focus. It's not that you can't train your legs this week, but just focus on the hip hinge dominant. So you just gotta think a lot of the exercises where your knee bends fully, so the lunge, the split squat, the squats, the leg presses, those are probably going to irritate your knee if you're dealing with a knee injury. So when you deal with knee injury for a week or two, you just take out all the knee exercises, focus on the hip hinge exercises. So that would be your RDL, your deadlifts, your leg curls. Now I hope this video really helped you realize why it's so important to train your legs as a jiu-jitsu athlete or a hobbyist, and what exercises you could potentially do. If you have any questions, be sure to put them in the comments, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any videos.